Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Games. Today we are having episode 3 of the Greek cities campaign in role-playing mode. And we are about to attack the Roman heartland here. We are besieging Capua, as we have secured the southern Italy and Messana as well. Unfortunately, the Pontus is besieging Pergamum, but I'm confident that the troops there will be able to hold. And without further ado, let's make the assault to Capua. It seems I don't have enough money to hire some mercenaries, but we are having 1 siege tower and 2 battering rams. Unfortunately, it seems we need to postpone the assault for 1 more turn. It seems the Carthaginians are spying on us, and Pontus has decided to attack. Fortunately, only with 3 battering rams, so we can form the hoplites there pretty well to defend. And actually it seems we have 1 unit of better quality hoplites here, so they will be guarding the main gate here, and every 2 units will guard the expected breach points here. And it seems we can have a 3rd unit in every section as well. And then the generals will be here in the middle. And of course I need to position these units a bit better when the battering rams are closing with the city walls. Okay, they have some peltasts, which likely will fire over the walls here. And these are pretty well positioned here. And the missiles are starting to fly here. The towers are luckily dealing some damage to the enemy. There is another unit of peltasts that will likely cause us some troubles. Let's hope they can break the walls quickly, so they will rush in, and I think we will be able to hold. And the enemy is rushing in. And the hillmen here are at least taking quite heavy casualties. Those chariots may cause some problems, but let's see. Some of the enemy are already routing. That Pontic light cavalry should be handled rather easily. Let's see about those chariots here. And we are holding decently well. here the formations are starting to break. I think an assault with general will likely cause enough panic here so that we can reposition our troops or reorganize. And not many enemies that are not routing at the moment. One of them is these Scipii chariots, but the enemy will recover. No mistake about that. And you are not supposed to go forward. The enemy general hasn't joined the battle yet. I think I will put these there just in case. Could we somehow entice these chariots attacking here? Let's try it out. At least we took one chariot down. Second one, and now they are coming. And these units just don't know how to behave here. Okay, the chariots are coming from here this time. And it's time to form up in a phalanx. Don't go there. Okay, now they are running amok, which means they will harm their own units. And we have only the general to deal with, it seems. And actually one of our units is routing.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
And let's try to take down at least some more enemy units here. And let's be careful of those chariots. Okay, good. The enemy general is down. And I think we have the battle here.
This is a glorious.
An excellent victory. Okay, Tarentum is under siege. And we have a new general, Antigonos of Sparta. Mathematician, restrained, sharp, draughtsman command talent, which means that Sparta will continue building. Let's see about Themon. We cannot do anything. Athens. Okay, now he has rational concerns even though he is dangerously mad. I think his advisors will persuade him to building roads, but in exchange he decides that he can once again try his mettle against these rebels here. He wants to bite them. Unfortunately he was unsuccessful and didn't cause many casualties even to the enemies. Then we need to retrain the hoplites here. And we should have the walls ready pretty soon. And in Kydonia, the AI has trained quite a few militia hoplites, which we could of course use in Pergamum. I think we will transfer them there, or rather let's take the hoplites and some of the militia hoplites. And in Messana, I think balanced build policy will be the best choice. Let's retrain some of the militia hoplites here. Taxes can be raised. And in Croton we have small garrison, and in Tarentum rather weak garrison compared to those two invading armies. Maybe we could reinforce with the army here. These armored hoplites certainly will be very useful. And now we have some siege engines. Let's try to assault. And let's see about this general's traits. Irreverent, draughtsman, chancer, rational beliefs, very lively, sharp command talent. Maybe we need to take risk in the battle here. And the risk will be right at the beginning of the battle, a full-fledged assault. Practically what that means is, or actually the Spartan hoplites want to be at the front, of course, but I think we will let the mercenaries take the siege tower. These can bring second ram next to the gates. And then these units will try to scale the walls. And At the same time, we will bring skirmishers and missile units in loose formation nearby to attack the defenders. Do we have something else? It seems not. We don't. And these units will be ready to rush the gate when they are opened. And of course the general with the cavalry will stay a bit more back. And since this pre-laid plan, we can afford to pause and give the commands for the troops. Okay, let's see how we will fare. There are some Hastatis here, some war dogs, quite a few Pila flying against us. Good thing is that those Pila won't be bothering us in the actual battle, but I think we are taking quite heavy casualties here. But we have reached the gate.
Our soldiers have reached the gates with the battering ram.
And it seems our Samnite mercenaries are pretty much done for. Let's bring the armored hoplites
They're at the walls. Now bravery and steel will be
into
tested
position
when they fight
to
over the
storm the
defense.
city as the gates are opened. Ladders are being set up against the walls. I think we can bring the general a bit more forward. And it seems these units are not at least shooting now as they should be. And the Romans are
They're at the walls.
beginning to meet. Okay, they have Principes here against the hoplites. Unfortunately, I think the Principes will be able to beat those hoplites there. Fortunately, the gates are going down. Missiles are flying, the enemy is taking casualties as well, albeit small ones.
Soldiers have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
And let's bring in the hoplites.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now's the time to press on and capture this place.
Okay, some of our troops are routing. Or actually, we need to capture the gateway here in order to have some chances here. Okay, time to send in the cavalry. And it seems our risk is not paying off.
Thrown away his life.
And we lost the general.
Men may soon be bird feed too.
Okay, it seems a decisive strike won't be working here. Let's see if we can salvage something from the battle here. At least some of those war dogs are fleeing. If we could run them down, that would be great. And let's send the hoplites in, as well as the skirmishers. And the Roman general decided to attack us. As well as the equites. I think the archers can begin to withdraw. The slingers have some shots left. Maybe they can use them. And those hoplites are running, so it's time for us to flee. Except these cannot get out, so they will just need to push through. And I think the battle is lost. It seems our general's tactics weren't that prudent. Of course, this opens up an avenue for the enemy to try to retake the northern Italy. I guess the battle was there. Crushing defeat. Let's hope we have a less chancy general next time. And it will have to be Dionysius of Sparta. And next turn we will have our ship or fleet in Messana. And we will bring in the reinforcements. I think we can auto-resolve this draw, but victory nonetheless. Okay. We are not the strongest faction anymore. It's House of Julii. And here I think they will want to build military buildings to aid in defense. In Thermon we have roads. It's rather good news. And here let's combine some of these units and send others to retraining. And let's leave a small garrison here. But otherwise, I think we need to fall back. Maybe this fleet will bring the troops also into Italy. And get some reinforcements from Thermon as well. And actually from Sparta too. And it's a turn. Okay. Our fort there will at least buy us some time. And it seems we will lose this army completely. Let's take auto-resolve, clear defeat, and it will be annihilated. Oh, not completely annihilated then. In Sparta, let's build a shipwright to increase trade, as the governor here has understanding of mathematics and he's a draughtsman. Apollonia, the wooden palisade is good. And let's take on board the reinforcements from Sparta. Then some more troops from Thermon. And actually, the faction leader can order some cavalry to be produced there. Sorry. And we are starting to move against the Romans here. And if we are able to break the siege, that would be great. Fortunately, he's a confident commander, so we should be able to deal with the Julii. we will present the phalanx wall to the enemy. And the missile units can support, and these kind of long-range missile units to the best of their ability. And kind of these remnant troops will be held as a reserve.
Be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy!
So, are the enemy actually advancing to our position? If they are, or they're not. But at least the Grecian archers can fire. And let's try to take down those Roman archers. And with these we can form up a flanking force. And it seems the enemy is responding. So let's present a decent front to them. And this army can start pushing forwards. Is the enemy trying to flank us? It seems those velites are coming. So let's try to take them down with the general. And where are they going? Okay, at the moment to the right direction. And the velites are routing. Excellent. So let's just keep the general safe. And it's time to assault the Hastati and engage the enemy infantry all together. And it seems the battle is being joined. And actually the general can take this Hastati unit on the rear. And they are routing. Let's attack the town. What's next? They are routing as well. And the general is joining the battle. And I think it's time for the general
Fill the enemy general with fear.
to come and end this battle. Okay,
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
and let's try to destroy as much of these forces as possible, so they cannot threaten us anytime soon again.
This is a victory.
Excellent. So we still have some hope for taking out the Scipii, at least. And here we can combine some more troops. Still, the situation is not looking that good, but at least we can retrain some of our troops and recruit some more. And here I think we could have improved walls.
Ready to sail! Set sail! Ready to sail!
Okay, Macedonians are having a plague that will weaken them quite nicely. In Athens, I think we could have a market. Is there some grounds for it? He likes a drink where you can go drinking to a market, I guess, because there are no taverns otherwise. Minor. Because he's mad, I think our faction leader will appoint a new faction heir. Let's see about his traits. Antigonos of Sparta is a good candidate. Eumenes of Sparta, a good candidate. This one is also a good candidate. And Memnon of Sparta, because he's cheapskate, we don't appoint him, but he will be appointed. Antigonos of Sparta. So does this cause something that is disinherited? Decreases his influence. Okay. Nothing can be done to that now. And in Croton we have Temple and the cavalry is training. In Tarentum I think it's time to gather our forces and start towards... Oh, that was a bit too quickly. Oops. So we are starting against Capua at the moment. And from Thermon we will have some reinforcements. And this army will land outside Tarentum, and it's quite decent actually. Let's see about Syracuse. Hopefully they can keep the public order up there. And hopefully Kydonia won't be making any new militia hoplites. Pergamum, I think some more hoplites won't be harmful. And as we are growing stronger, I think Antigonos of Sparta will start to move against the Pontus pretty soon. Is this city? Okay, it's not under Seleucid control anymore. So Sardis will be our primary target. Very soon as we get some more hoplites and we can get Grecian archers. They are superb archery units, so we will hire them right away. And we have a turn. Okay, Carthaginians are attacking us. Hopefully we will hold in Syracuse. We are the strongest faction. Excellent. Pergamum has archery range, and since we are planning to move out, I think improved roads will be beneficial. And here we will move against the Scipii. We won't engage them just yet. The army here is not just strong enough, but with the help of this one, I think we can actually send some militia hoplites to Tarentum, but the rest of the army will seek to join here. And the Carthaginian army is quite large, but fortunately it doesn't have too many units in it. Maybe we should build a relief force in Sparta, and this fleet can bring it to Sicily. Now this is a battle worth taking. The enemy is quite certain of his own strength here. And we just need to make sure that the enemy doesn't get away. And these 2 units can cover our flank. And our phalanxes are ready to face the incoming enemy. And we are just hoping that we can take down the enemy general here. That's the most important thing here, because he's the most important unit in that enemy army. So let's try to surround the enemy with the cavalry.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
It seems the enemy will be able to evade us. But let's see. And we can send these 3 units against those hoplites. It seems the enemy is wanting to have the battle pretty badly. Okay, not tracked. Okay, and form up in phalanxes. And they don't know whether to pull back or to engage. Unfortunately, these units are not in phalanx anymore. And they are running. And a significant amount of Scipii strength has been defeated. Excellent. And as the enemy army is most of it is okay, superior command is outside of the city, we can attack next turn. I think Antigonos of Sparta will be married to Hermione because he's superior commander, and he's in Pergamum. She should be in Italy actually, but let's see. Here I think we will build market, and yeah, there shouldn't be restraint. Okay, shouldn't be too many difficulties for building it in Messana. We are having a blacksmith in Apollonia, barracks. And here I think, or in Athens, let's build a trireme. I have always thought it's trieme. Well, you learn something new every day. And here let's send the relieving force towards Sicily. Will take a couple of more turns, not ideal. But now we are starting to have... Oh. And it's time to drop out the weekend units and take on some reinforcements. And then we can test our metal against the enemy general. Actually 2 of them. With reinforcements coming from the enemy city. With some luck, we will capture Capua this turn. Unfortunately, our positioning is not ideal, but the armored hoplites will form the center of our formation. Regular hoplites will act as flanks here. 4 units to each flank. The missile units will move behind the center, while the general... And why are we having this cavalry here? Well, no matter. The cavalry will act as a reserve.
God be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy!
And I think we will try to beat the enemy before the reinforcements arrive. Actually, the enemy has so much cavalry, we need to pay close attention to the flanks here, so that we don't get surprised. And some Pila are flying already. The hoplites are taking casualties. Okay, are the enemy actually fleeing? Okay. So that changes the things. And practically it means that we will try to cause as high casualties to the enemy as possible.
The enemy army is in flight! Pursue them! Drive them from the battlefield!
It seems this battle isn't progressing as well as could have been hoped.
true virtue. Fear not, soldiers.
And now it's important to just run down every enemy here that's still on the battle map. Okay. The enemy took quite heavy casualties, which will improve our chances for capturing Capua. And we can actually siege it right away. The problem there is that the enemy has quite a few family members. And Syracuse will hold for 6 more turns. That's great. And I think we will send our superior commander to assault the enemy, so at least to secure a bridgehead here. And he can reinforce with mercenaries and additional troops that will come from Pergamum. We are starting to take the initiative here. And is there something that I should note for the siege? He's a victor, faction leader, untouched by fear. Roman turncoat, veteran warrior. Okay. And Carthaginians are attacking. Let's see if we can defend the city. I think we will try to put the militia hoplites. Okay, the gates are open. So we will protect the cities, or the streets, and the main gate. And maybe actually I will put the gate guard sort of in this sort of formation. Okay, and then about those streets. Here is one entrance. And actually here is another, if the enemy actually gets this far. And a third one, I think it will be, yeah, here. And the general will be here as well. Actually, is there a better position? No, there is not. But if that tower is still ours, it will provide us some fire support. And we are ready. Let's see how we do fare. Oh, there are elephants. I think we will fare pretty badly. And all enemies are coming directly to us. Some skirmishers, Iberian infantry, Numidian mercenaries, Iberian infantry, Balearic slingers, and elephants. I think the elephants will be our biggest problem here. This light infantry should be pretty easy to hold here. The formation is starting to break here. Luckily the flanks are holding pretty well. And the enemy is starting to take quite heavy casualties. No one is just breaking yet. But I think that Numidian cavalry or Numidian mercenaries should start to waver pretty soon. Oh, and our hoplites are breaking. Interesting. Well, that certainly didn't go according to plan, so we need to rely on our second line of the defense. And now we are the party that has taken heavier casualties than the enemy. And of course now those Numidian mercenaries will run our fleeing hoplites down. Fortunately, the towers will do at least some damage here. And if they could cause those elephants to run amok, that would be great. This tower seems not to be shooting, unfortunately. And the battle is joined here, and the elephants are running toward the spear wall. Excellent. 3 down, the rest running. And maybe the towers here will take down some more. And I guess those who are fleeing will form a last line of defense right here. And how is our battle progressing? The general seems to be attacking as well. Round shield cavalry. Fortunately, light cavalry shouldn't be too difficult for a phalanx to hold. And let's see. And here is battle also. Elephants attacking and breaking once again. Excellent. And for you guys, time to form up with you in flanks. Or actually, let's bring these two here. And these are breaking against round shield cavalry that attacked them head on. So hopefully the general will be able to hold these. And the enemy general will go down. Or maybe enemy captain. And these will... And these are fleeing. And... form up here. Okay. At least some good news here. But the main enemy push is coming from here, and that will cause some problems for us. Even though the enemy is taking quite heavy casualties. And it seems the main thrusts will be here Could you guys form up here? And let's see. Maybe the cavalry. Okay, they are breaking. These are wavering, but they are facing slingers, so they should be able to hold. The beginning is good. And the majority of the enemy army is routing. Excellent news for us. And the towers are continuing their work. And the enemy has lost majority of its army. And more losses still incoming. And let them run, and maybe we can take down some more. And it seems the enemy is a bit of lost. They are running here and there. Don't know where to go. And still some Balearic slingers here. They should go down pretty soon. And we have crushed the enemy. And the casualties are okay, acceptable. Especially as our reinforcing army is coming here soon. And the Romans bribed Apollonia. Not good. I think we can betroth Agave to Leistarchos of Comphi. And he will be in Sparta. And we will get him into Sicily soon. In Thermon we have paved roads. Good. In Athens, a market. I think we can build an agora there. And in Croton, large temple of Athena, which is excellent. And in Syracuse, let's see. Okay. And can we have some more mercenaries here? No, we cannot. But we will send some Peltasts there. And Eugenius of Sparta will get aboard to the Greek mainland, likely to Thermon. And let's see if we can retake Apollonia next turn. And what about the siege of Capua? I think we will hire some mercenaries here. And let's make... I think we will return to Capua in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal. You can also post comments about how I am doing in the role-playing. And you can also suggest some future tips I should be utilizing here. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.